Good morning everyone. My name is Neha Chauhan. I am nursing tutor of Index Nursing College. Today's my topic is interpersonal relationship. Introduction of interpersonal relationship is the interpersonal relationship is the basic of nursing practice in health field. The helpful relationship is often referred to as a therapeutic relationship because it is a key element enabling health professional to administer care of the patient. Definition of interpersonal relationship. The interpersonal relationship refer to social and emotional interaction between two or more individuals in an environment. Purpose of interpersonal relationship is personal growth and development. Personal growth and development. Sources of enjoyment. Sense of security. Developing understanding, interpersonal need, improve decision making. Type of interpersonal relationship. There are four type of interpersonal relationship. First, friendship relationship, personal relationship, organizational contact, reporting relationship. Friendship relationship is an unconditional interpersonal relationship where individuals enter into by their own suite, man and man, woman and woman. Love and interpersonal relationship characterized by passion, intimacy, trust and respect is called love individual and personal relationship is any relationship outside the work plan. For example, collegians who do not go beyond formality and professional regulations maintain business relationship. However, the development of respect, contempt, interest, envy, and other emotions or opinion toward each other makes their communication personal. Organization contact relationship is one-to-one relationship between business to allow user in each organization to view calendar availability information. When you set up the organization relationship, you will responsible for setting up your side of the relationship. Reporting relationship is refer to the accountability structure within an organization is defined to whom each employee reports and is accountable to. Having an understanding of the reporting relationship within an organization is essential for employees to understand how their role functions and to whom they are accountable. Phases of interpersonal relationship. There are four phases of interpersonal relationship. First, orientation phase, identification phase, exploiting phase, resolution phase. Orientation phase start with an initial encounter as short of conversation lead to sharing of responsibility, boundaries, identifying problem, look for choice, another several optional and sharing them. Developing a trustworthy relationship by clarifying doubts, sharing perception, conveying need, etc. Identification phase, approaching and understand to perceive the feeling of the other person. Must avoid all the distraction for the communication to be more effective, identifying the problem and helping other with resources available. As these take place, our feeling as well as the listener boot up gives us a feeling of belongingness. Exploitation phase, patient may fluctuates or independence. Nurses must be aware about the various phases of communication. Nurses as the patient in exploiting all to help and progress is made toward the final step. Client trust of nurses reached full potential, solving immediately problem, identifying and orienting self to discharge goal. Resolution start with the termination of professional relationship. Collaborative efforts have been already met earlier among the communicators. No psychological dependence must persist between them if it an outsider or not a well known. The relationship must be terminated by just maintaining a health and friendly relationship. Barrier of interpersonal relationship, situational barrier, personal barrier, socio culture barrier. Situational barrier including interpersonal relationship, the street environment and lack of personal resources. Interpersonal barrier include behavior, mental and physical health challenges to reach out of help, money management and lack of desire for stable house. Personal barrier in life have the potential to prevent growth, to increase depression or to negatively impact interpersonal relation. Personal barrier are not easy seen or defined by other and can therefore come across or disinterest, contempt, or an unwillingness to communicate or work together effectively. Socio-culture barrier is in healthcare setting. Socio-culture barrier prevent a specific population group such as migrants for utilizing services sufficiently and efficiently. A lack of local language skill can create a socio-culture barrier. Johari window Johari window development in 1995 by psychologists Joseph Luton and Harry, and the Johari window is a technique for better understanding of the self within a group dynamic. The Johari window can be used to improve communication between group members and to enhance the individual's perception on other. Although the name sounds very exhaustive, it is merely a combination of the two main first names based on the concept that trust can be gained by relieving information about yourself to other. You then will learn more about yourself from other people's perception of you. As the name suggests, the structure of the technique is a window with four plans arranged in a 2 by 2 grid. There are four quadrants in the Johari window. First, open area, blind area, unknown area, hidden area. Each individual participating in this exercise is represented by an entry window and the four quadrants representing personal emotion and facts that may be known or unknown by the particular individual and others. The person is given a list of adjectives from which to choose the ones that describe his or her personality. The same list is then provided to group member who also choose the adjectives to describe that person. The adjectives are then in, inserted into particular plans of window. These techniques is a task that one can take to better understanding his or her own personality and how he or she related to other. The four plans of Johari window. The plans of the windows have significantly mean and therefore they will be discussed individual below. Open. These are open quadrant. Open. Also term the self area, self arian, self free self and free arena. The plans contain well known information about the person, including behavior, attitude, skills, views, and feeling. Information that is known to both the person and to other. Adjectives chosen by both the individual and the peer are put into these quadrants as it suggests that these are the trends that are perceived by everyone. The truthfulness of these adjectives is, of course, based on what the subject has chosen to relay to the other or to the image that might has been carefully constructed. It can also be the result of personal interaction. For example, if the subject and the particular co-worker do not give each other, these might too reflected in the choice of group adjective. If the subject is popular within the group, the same outcome is also possible. Therefore, it is important to remember that the open quadrant is based on perception just as much as it may be based on fact. In the realm of communication, the first quadrant is where dialogue is a two-way process indicating the socializing with the feedback from the group member. Ideally, the relationship will be effective and dynamic. Significantly, feedback, solicitation in which listening and understanding is appreciated, and this size of quadrant is not fixed but can be altered based on various factors including and the relevance for certain information to other. In this manner, the person learn to trust the other member of the group and ultimately communication and understanding enhanced. Blind self or blind spot. The person may even has a completely different concept of themselves at odds with the peer perception. These images may entail things the subject does not know about himself or herself, such as subtle behavior clues or mannerism. Other may interpret a facial expression, a tone of voice, or quiet mood differently than expected, and his and in surprising way. The adjective selected by the other group member or entered into the window plans known of the adjective chosen by the subject are included. For group communication to be optimized, the blind quadrant must be reduced ideally so the open quadrant can be increased and the ebb and flow of the group of dynamic become easier. Hidden or avoid area. These plans represent information known only to the subject but kept or hidden. From these years, personal information such as secret, past experience, past trauma, personal opinion, political view, religion, thoughts, embarrassment, and vulnerabilities are items that may be withheld from sharing in other in a group environment. Also, people who are very shy or introverted may keep to themselves more than extroverted individual. Previous bad experience with toxic group of worker environment may contribute to a decreased level of trust as well, and the subject may not feel safe relieving opinion and perception. Unknown or unknown self. The greater unknown is represented by these cells since it contains information unaware to both the subject and the group. It may represent repressed emotion due to traumatic event. However, it may also be skill and ability that have yet to emerge due to external circumstances. Hidden talent and qualities remain unknown until they are needed or a situation occur that calls for certain idea and action. Someone may not know the process leadership capability until he or she step up to the call. Thank you.